Welcome to Taste of Mercy. I'm Nancy Carlisle, dietitian.
And I'm Chef Ron. Today we are featuring 3 breakfast dishes. We have a breakfast pizza, French toast, and a breakfast sandwich with egg omelet and Canadian bacon. So let's get started with breakfast, the most important meal of the day. So Nancy, we're going to do the breakfast pizza, and the first thing we need to do is fry off our hash browns, a tablespoon of canola oil, I have the frozen hash brown. I think there's 2 cups here, and a little bit of chili powder and a little bit of cumin.
So we're starting that as the base of a pizza. And so we're adding the potatoes as a source of fiber, vitamin C content, just a good base to get started for a pizza.
Now we're going to brown this off and then pull the hash browns out when they're done, cook the rest of the ingredients, and then go back and put it all together. Okay? Nancy, I think the hash browns are done, so I'm going to take and transfer these to this bowl for a couple of minutes.
The cumin really added a nice color to those hash browns.
Browns it up real nice.
Be a nice spice flavor to it.
And
Cumin's kind of a spicier taste, little smoky flavor a little bit.
Add another tablespoon of the canola oil. And I have here some red peppers, diced, 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon jalapeno pepper, garlic, and some chopped green onions, a couple of green onions.
So the thing about the gas food station breakfast pizzas, they don't have any vegetables on them. So this is a great way of getting some antioxidants, some vegetables going for your start of your day.
Right.
And colorful too.
It's only going to take a moment. We don't need this to be mush.
You know, I like a little crunch when I'm biting into my vegetables.
Here I have 4 eggs, 2 tablespoons of milk, and just a pinch of salt. Okay, and we're going to add that to the vegetables.
So breakfast is you're starting out the morning. You're really trying to add some brain food to get going, and I always think about eggs as a brain food. You know, they've got choline in it, they've got protein, they've got great sources of iron, vitamin D, lots of things that we just need to get our brain going in the morning.
Eggs have got kind of a bum rap here lately. You know, it's you know, all these evil foods. You know, you can't eat butter, you can't eat eggs, you can't eat, you know, a lot of these things. And, you know, I think so much of that is, you know, in moderation. You can have these things.
Yeah, you just used 4 eggs, and you're going to get at least 8 servings out of that breakfast pizza for us. And we didn't add any extra fat, hardly at all, as we're cooking that. And that's what really makes the transition of the cholesterol for a person when they're eating a food, an animal food that does contain cholesterol. You need that extra fat for the body to actually take that cholesterol and be able to convert it into usable cholesterol in our bodies.
Right, and you could go a step farther and use the egg substitute here and lower the cholesterol there as well.
Right. Or you could take the real egg and take out 2 of the egg yolks, and you've again reduced the cholesterol. There are eggs out there now that have added omega-3 fatty acids to them. So they're giving you, if they put it in the chicken feed for the chickens as they're making the eggs, so the omega-3 just comes on right on through into the chicken. It's egg.
Okay, it only took a minute there. This is done. So we're going to go over to the counter and put the
layer
pizza
the
together.
Pizza together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's we have a 12-inch pre-baked crust, and I have a half cup of salsa.
Can't wait till we get this assembled. It's just going to be wonderful.
It's a quick one to put together, and you know, it's. I think kids would like this as well. You know, it's just.
And you could start out with a homemade one if you had extra time, but sometimes in the morning we're just so busy that we can't do that.
Right.
Put the eggs on next. And just kind of scramble them all over the place. I like that color coming through with the peppers and the jalapenos in there. Yeah. You took the seeds out, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
The seeds are what give that jalapeno such hotness as you're eating. There.
Okay, so now we got that on. The hash browns.
Okay. So this definitely has a southwestern flavor to this.
Yeah, and you could increase that too if you wanted to. You know, a little bit more pepper. And
I think I could even put together some of the ingredients the night before if I wanted to, and have the eggs cooked and the potatoes cooked.
you could. You know,
I don't think I'd put it onto the crust yet before baking because of the salsa, but.
And then we have 3/4 a cup cheddar cheese.
So this is a great way of getting some calcium in the morning with some extra cheese. You can use the reduced fat shredded cheese. I like the fineness though of this particular one.
It's kind of a feathered.
It's going to melt really quickly.
We have our oven is preheated 375, and this is going to go in 8 to 10 minutes, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah, I could get my shower done by that time. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I can smell the pizza, Ron.
Okay, let's check it out. It should be ready.
I'm getting hungry for breakfast.
Yeah, this looks great. Smells good too.
I can smell that salsa cooking through there.
Yeah, and it only took 10 minutes in the oven, so I think we'll
Slide it off.
plate it up.
Okay. So easy to cut through.
Yep.
6 to 8 servings out of the pizza.
We're going to do it in the 8.
Okay. And each slice of pizza is about 250 calories.
And you do this, like you said, you know, prep it up ahead of time, have your,
think so.
your ingredients ready,
Yeah.
and you know, you can have this breakfast easily.
In this feature, we're going to do French toast. It is absolutely one of my favorite breakfast treats.
Yeah, and you know, it's so quick and easy to put together, and maybe people should take advantage of it a little bit more than what they do.
It's, you know, use up that old stale bread, you know, get it used up, have some eggs with it.
So let's get started. I have in this bowl 4 eggs.
Okay.
Put just a little splash of vanilla in there, and a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay, and we're going
And as you mix that together, that's going to just enhance the aroma of the spices and just meld them together. The heat when you do the French toast also then helps to release the phytochemicals that are present in spices, and there are a lot of things that are in our spices that we just need to be using more and more.
We add 3/4 cup of milk, and this is a skim milk. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar.
And again, that sugar is right into that liquid, so it's just going to melt right into the bread and soak in there. You could use a Splenda. You could use the sugar substitutes if you want, or it does not even have to be there if you're watching your waistline and diabetes.
Okay, I'm going to put this in this little larger container. We get a couple pieces of bread in here.
Yeah, I like to put it into a flat dish myself.
The bread, and we'll start off soaking a couple, 3 pieces.
That's the trick, getting it all soaked up nice and melt into the bread.
I have a skillet heating up on the stove here, and we'll get over there and check that out, see how it's. I was doing.
And those skillets should be nice and hot as you go to drop the bread into it.
So let's get started. Let's head over this. Over to the. Okay, just. I think it's hot enough, Nancy. Let's get
Okay.
this.
Oh yeah, hear that sizzle of the bread as it's going dropped in there. And I always seem to use up my stale bread as it's doing it because that seems to hold it better. But fresh bread can be worked with too. They have some of the breads that are the thicker breads. You'll see that commercially.
Right. Get that one more in there.
Okay. Squeeze it into that skillet. Okay. My great grandma called this fried bread. I like to call it French toast.
All right.
What are we going to put with it?
I have some fresh strawberries. We'll put just a little bit of sugar on there, and then some real maple syrup. Be good. Nancy, I think it's ready to flip over here.
Okay. It's getting that nice crispy color to it. You know, if you're making up a batch for the entire family, you could put some on a hot plate and put it into the oven and keep it as you're getting the rest of them done. But when my girls were little, they just all sat at the table and, you know, whatever
Ate 'em
came off,
right
that
up,
was,
right up the griddle.
you know, and I kind of lost count sometimes.
I think we're ready here, Nancy.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Nancy, let's put a couple
On a plate.
on a plate
Ready
here.
to serve. I'm going to put some fresh strawberries on it and maple syrup. Okay. Great source of vitamin C, fiber. Get a serving of fruit along in your breakfast. That's always a plus. Now I happen to like this kind of meal for supper too.
I do too.
Quick and easy when I come home from work. That's why you're the chef. I never think about slicing a strawberry on its side and spreading it out like that. How pretty.
And there we go. Looks good to eat. So next we're going to do a Canadian bacon and egg McMuffin, basically, with a little slice of tomato in the middle of it. So
Okay.
I have the muffins are toasted. We have a whole wheat muffin. We have our eggs are ready. You could use, we're using egg beaters or egg substitute for this here. I'm going to add a little bit of chopped parsley.
Okay. You know, so the advantage that we have over this sandwich than the fast food places is we're having some vegetables, the tomato, the parsley, the onion. So we're getting some start of some healthy antioxidants right along with our sandwich. We're reducing the fat content because we're using egg beaters. And Canadian bacon is a very lean meat in general. The sodium content for about 2 slices is about 650 milligrams. We're only going to use 1 slice per English muffin, so we're cutting it in half right there. The fast food guys, their average sodium content's about 1,000 milligrams, Ron.
Yeah, you know, and we're putting the tomato in there. If you're at the right time of year where you get a nice beefsteak tomato on there, that would really boost it up.
These I could also make ahead. You could put the Canadian bacon and the eggs together. You could probably even chop those into the omelet if you wanted, and then just have those ready. You could microwave those and then build yourself a sandwich and head out the fast food way. You're making it a healthy, Mercy way.
Take a tomato and get a nice size slice in there.
So the tomato's going to add some fiber content, going to add some vitamin C content to it. I think it just will help appreciate the taste better too.
Okay, let's go over to the stove. Okay.
All right.
I already have the Canadian bacon
Warm.
warmed up. Okay. So we just need to make one good size omelet here.
Now, if you wanted to, you could probably have baked these in the oven individually, little muffin tins.
Right.
And then you could have the little egg circles that you could make fancy things,
We're just
but
gonna make
we're doing
one
the
big
fast
omelet.
way. Those eggs really cooked up nicely.
They are ready.
Good.
Well, let's put
So you're
one
just
of
going to put them together.
Just make it a sandwich.
Okay.
And
Layer one. So using the egg beaters, we reduce the fat content, we reduce the cholesterol content. It does take a little longer to cook them because of the water content of it. Oh, doesn't that look pretty?
yeah.
All right. Looks like a stackable sandwich. Yum. Great sandwich.